you all thinking about venturing into this space and getting yourself upskilled in the space of AI, Gen AI, and agentic AI, that in itself is a proof that you all are looking for some knowledge. Okay. You all are looking for enhancing your skills and all of that. Yeah, I'm really very happy for that. Good. So let's do this. There will be three parts to this program. Okay, three parts. Part A will be applications of AI, applications of Gen AI, and applications of agentic AI. These are the things that we'll talk about. Next, as part of part 2, I'll explain what skills one needs to learn to get into this field of AI, Gen AI, agentic AI, and how to stay relevant in this current job market. How to ensure that we don't lose a job, and how to ensure that we get a job. These are the two important things, right? So we'll talk about these aspects as well. And third, towards the end, I'll take your questions, of course, and we'll also talk about a specific program that we have where, I'll hand it over to our head, Sudha. She will explain the scholarship program that we have, and she'll talk about how, if you undergo that training, you can actually get a certificate as well. Okay, which of course you can publish on LinkedIn, on your social media, and it is going to add value to your profiles as well, right? Okay, so let's get started. And let me first introduce myself. Here we go. I'm CEO and founder of multiple companies. One is AiSPRY.ai, which is an AI services company. We have a lot of projects here. If you go to project section, you'll be able to see all the projects in the space of data engineering and business intelligence, strategic forecasting, operational efficiency, computer vision, so on and so forth, Gen AI and agentic AI. I'm also CEO founder for 360digitalmg.com. And this is a website. And on the right-hand side top, you will have an option called student login. If I click on student login, you log into our learning management system. And then if you click on go to course, you'll be able to see all the modules. Say there is Gen AI module, right? Just as an example. If I go there, inside that, you will have generative AI and you'll have agentic AI, right? And multiple other modules would be there. Let me go into that. So here we go. These are our training slides. Okay. And then you can expand, you can collapse. There is a lot of content available here for you to read extra. Okay. Then you'll also have case studies. We will make you work on not theoretical case studies. We'll make you work on practical case studies at the end of every module. And practicals will help you get a job. We force you read it. We force you to read and then answer. Okay. And also you'll have videos and all these video lectures, you can go through the video lectures. This format techniques. Right. And you'll have access to all of these. Yep. So that's in short. And then I'm also CEO founder for Garba.ai. If you go to products in AiSPRY.ai, you will see Garba. This is India's first and only solution in the space of life sciences healthcare, in the space of IVF, which got government approval. We are the first in the country to get CDSCO approval. That's an approval. Only once you get that approval, you'll be able to sell the solution, right? In the market. Otherwise, you cannot sell it. You should not sell it rather. Right? Here we go, Um, I would also talk more about it later. Let it be like that. I'm also chairperson for AI framework implementation with ITS India. I'm an alumnus of ISB and IIT with 21 plus years of experience. I work with companies such as HSBC, ITC Infotech, Infosys, and Deloitte. Okay, and then I also like teaching. Yeah, I love teaching. So I've been teaching at Indian School of Business for the last 7 years, 1 month. If you all are wondering, and hey, what is this? ISB. ISB is ranked 12th globally and second in Asia, and it's top ranked in India. It's number one, ahead of Indian Institute of Management, IIMs. Right? Anyways, I teach there. People go and do their MBA at ISB, in short. Okay, I also teach at a few other places. All that aside, let's get into what we are here for. What did I say? There will be three parts. Part one will be applications of AI, Gen AI, and agentic AI. Part two will be how should we actually get into this field? What are the topics that I need to study? That'll be part two. And you'll have part three. And this part three is question and answers. And then Sudha will help you understand how you can register for our scholarship program. So stay tuned. Welcome here, friends. Whenever we work on any projects, we make sure that these kind of projects are published on international journals such as London Business School, where these projects and case studies are taught to students at London Business School, right? AiSPRY is an AI services company. We developed these case studies in collaboration with Nitish Jain and Alex Yang, who are London Business School faculty. We also have 150 plus international journal publications until now. Yeah. And we have been operating for 8 years now. We have our offices in Malaysia also. And we do projects for a lot of government clients. We do projects for Malaysian government, Indian government, and Oman government is one of the prestigious projects. Let me show you here. There is National Center for Statistics and Information. They are trying to build world's first AI project. World's first AI project. And guess what? Who is doing this project? AiSPRY. And when I tell this, a lot of people are that, he must be goofing up big time. Yeah. These people lie, is what people say. I pity them, but then National Center for Statistics and Information, things are going on. Okay. And we started not now, long, long back, right? NCSI is National Center for Stats and Information. Right? Anyways, a lot of work has been going on. So I don't want to delve further on this. But this is world's first AI project. And as we talk now, yeah, it is done, I think. UN Statistics Summit at New York was conducted from March 3rd to 9th, 2026. Right? United Nations Statistical Commission from March 3rd to 6th. And then the center of attraction here was AI in statistics. And this project that we are working on was discussed in United Nations. So we feel extremely proud of such achievements. Okay. There are a lot of other projects that we have done for big clients such as GMR, which manages Delhi Airport, Hyderabad Airport, etc. Amazon, Biologically Limited, Northwestern Railways. There are plethora of customers, HP, etc. And whenever we work on projects, we make it a point to take our students to the client location so that they learn from the practical experiences. If you look at Amazon, when people purchase items and when they return these items, they can replace the original phones with duplicate phones. They can do that. So what we do is we pass the box through X-ray machine so that you understand what is inside, and you also get to see the circuit inside. The circuit inside also you'll come to know. Using that and using image analytics, one can figure out on whether uh, the phone returned is original or duplicate. We do projects for Sunana Group, GBR Hospital, Biological E Limited, Singapore Land Transportation Authority. Wherever we go, we make it a point to take our 360 Digit MG students, because your experience, your learning should start by visiting the plant on ground. You need to start. We, in collaboration with Grant Thornton, we did a project for JSW in Jharsuguda, Odisha. This is called as Kiln. This is called as Kiln. And inside this kiln, some chemical reaction happens. Because of that chemical reaction, there'll be a lot of accretion which will be formed in the inner layer of this. And to remove that accretion, you have to take a crane, you have to break it and remove everything. It's a cumbersome process. It takes a lot of time. So we built a solution to detect the thickness of the accretion. And there is a methodology that we are following, which we developed over a period of time, and we are enhancing the methodology, yeah, as well. Here are a few of the key projects that we accomplished. Friends, whenever you want to work on any project, any AI, Gen AI, agentic AI related project, the first thing is to get the data from the different sources like social media, IoT, Internet of Things, websites, some Excel file, PDF file, mobile app data, news APIs. You have to get the data from different data sources and then ingest the data into storage systems. And one can store the data either in database or warehouse or lakehouse. So what you do is you extract the data from all these data sources. You do required transformations or cleaning, and then you load the data into the storage system. Once this is, and this part is called as data engineering, getting the data from different sources into the storage system. And once you get the data, you perform data analytics. Data analytics or business intelligence or data visualization all mean the same. You end up creating reports and dashboards using Tableau, Power BI, or Click. Okay. So once you have the data, only then can you do any analytics. So, of course, we build a lot of data warehouse, business intelligence solutions, ETL, ELT, data warehouse, real-time analytics, so on and so forth. Right? And you end up creating these kind of reports using either Tableau or Power BI or Click or Python. Using one of the tools, you create the reports and dashboards. Then, once the descriptive analytics or data analytics part is completed, you get into data science, predictive analytics. And we do a lot of projects. We built a lot of forecasting projects to forecast the raw material which is needed, aluminum price, coal price, how many cement bags are needed for YCAT cement manufacturing company, Tata Hitachi, GMR. Let me see if GMR can be opened here. Oh yeah, it is. So it must work. So for this particular client, the project that we are working on is predicting on what will be the price of power companies will buy and sell power trading. Okay, when they buy and sell power, there are a lot of things, right? Like there is one thing called as day ahead market. One day ahead of time, you can forecast on what will be the prices of your power, right? In the morning, what will be the price, in the afternoon, evening, and night. That's how we have done. And our accuracies are around 95%. So we are 95% accurate. Okay. Then let me also just log out from this. Right. Then we also do projects for different other customers. One is, say, machine failure. So you try to get the data from these machines, the sensors data, and then you can predict whether a machine will fail or not, when will it fail, what components will fail. You can do all those predictions. Then we also do projects for Indian Railways. Indian Railways, okay. There are 4 projects which we are doing for Indian Railways, Northwestern Railways to be precise, where the ask was to perform cabin monitoring. So we monitor whether people are sleepy, awake, whether they are standing, sitting, for how long are they standing, how long are they missing from the cabin, all of these things. Because in 2026 also, if you look at train accidents which happened in India, there are quite a few which happened. Okay, let me see this. And I'm randomly trying to open something. Yeah, okay. Oh my goodness. Now, instead of blaming whether it is the mistake of the train driver or the truck driver, etc., brakes could have been applied, friends. Of course, the mistake for that is not death, right? So, uh, what if AI cannot help lives? Why do we even need that, right? Then, we did projects for solar plants where you can fly drones on top of the solar plants, and the drones will have multispectral cameras. It will detect whether there is physical damage, or it will also detect whether there is electrical damage, which will be damage inside the panel. All these things. All these things. Okay. Then we also built a solution where the monitoring process itself, the manufacturing and assembling process itself is automatically monitored. If someone is doing a wrong clamping, then immediately the solution will raise an alarm saying that something is incorrect. Siemens also is our client. That's one of our clients. Okay. Again, same questions arise, right? Hey, this guy is telling something, they might not even be having even one client. I heard such talks as well. So Siemens, we have been working with them, since long. 2024 is what we started. Then we did again multiple projects. One is for Reeds, which is a German-based company where you just need to upload these construction drawings and our solution will extract the details and create a table automatically. And road safety, already I think we have the solution here. Let me go there and show you. If you go to AiSPRY.ai, and if you go to products, you'll find Drishti. Drishti is our road solution, which will detect whether there are potholes, how many are small, medium, large, and what raw material would be needed to fill the potholes. Curb damages, this is in Singapore, Singapore Land Transportation Authority. Curb means the sides damages. Then for National Highway Authority of India, we do the project where we identify whether there is lane marking or not. Are there crash barriers or not? Is there a single or double crash barrier? Multiple things. We figure out whether there is a speed breaker, signboard, payment markers, rumble strips, all of these. Then here are a few of the appreciations which we received from the client. And I already spoke about Garba, right? What happens with Garba is people who are not having babies naturally are going for some treatment called as IVF, in vitro fertilization. There, this embryo is grown in the lab setting for 5 days. If you upload day 3, day 4, day 5, our AI solution will predict. Okay, it will actually predict and tell you whether the grade is of good quality or not. So our AI solution is acting as an assistant, helping the doctors, embryologists take right decision so that the success rate increases. Okay. Next, generative AI. A lot of people are talking about Gen AI solutions, right? We have a lot of solutions that we built. For example, Bajaj, right? If you just say that you are marketing Bajaj Pulsar in Jakarta, Indonesia, then automatically your social media marketing videos are created automatically, right? You can edit and then post it. Then we are working with Central Bank of Oman. We are working on CXO bot and bunch of things. One of my favorite is this. Let me go there. Projects and show you Gen AI solution. This is for one of the leading companies once again, right? We tried doing this. I'll explain more about this. Let me increase the speed and play it. So automatically movie script is created, cartoon script, cartoon characters, image script is created, image prompt rather. Automatically, if you give screen description, characters are created, video is created, audio is created. All these characters will look exactly the same. They look exactly the same in all these episodes. Isn't this great? And this is for one of the largest media houses. And I can type it. Okay. People keep asking, hey, which client is that? Okay. I'll now close it because I'll end up frequently just proving, yeah, all these things. Then we have agentic AI. In agentic AI, we will talk, you will learn all these Docker and all of that. But in agentic AI solution, you can automate the workflows. We'll talk more about that. We'll let this Docker come up and then I'll explain more. I'll have to restart my computer every now and then. I don't do it. N8N, right? N8N is a workflow orchestration tool. I will discuss more. And if I click on this, you will be able to see in a bit a specific solution. Is this not enabled? Yeah, it is enabled. Let's see. Yes. Now it will load now in a moment. Yeah, there we go. We can automate the workflows. How do you automate the workflows? For example, insurance customer desk. When a customer sends an email, just give me a moment, sorry. So sorry. So when someone say your vehicle got damaged and you want to claim vehicle insurance, you send an email to the customer desk saying that, hey, my vehicle met with an accident. I want to claim insurance. That email will go to this routing agent, and this routing agent will look at what are the relevant agents, and automatically it will route to either customer service agent or claim agent, etc. If that email goes to claim agent, this claim agent will go and check your insurance policy documents. It will check whether you're eligible for insurance or not, and automatically using Google Gemini, it will send an email automatically to the customer. These are the kind of amazing, uh, you know, yeah, these are the kind of amazing workflow automations that we have done as part of agentic AI. Also, edge AI. This is the next big thing, friends. What do you mean by edge AI? Putting your model inside the device is edge AI. For example, you would have seen these kind of things in ICUs in hospital, where they attach it to you and they track the body blood pressure, the heart rate, so on and so forth, oxygen levels, etc. Now, using that, we built a solution which will be inside the device, which will predict. Okay, it will predict whether people are going to have heart attack or brain stroke or sepsis attack, so on and so forth. Yeah, all that can be done. These are the kind of applications, friends. These are all our clients. These are the different awards and accolades that we have received over a period of time. But having said that, the best part is we work on real world projects. We have been working on real world projects and will continue to work. Okay. And this is the first part which I wanted to talk about. Applications of AI, Gen AI, Agentic AI. What next? What is the next agenda for this workshop? The second agenda is we will help you all understand how to upskill yourself, what should you learn, what you should not learn, what should be your focus, so that you become relevant for the job market. If you want to get a job, then you have to work and study in a different manner. Let's understand that. 360 Digit MG is in the space of EdTech trainings. AI, Gen AI, Agentic AI trainings is what we deliver as part of this. There are a bunch of programs like Gen AI, Agentic AI, business data analytics, data science, data engineering, etc. that we have. Okay. And there are a lot of tools like ChatGPT, Claude, Gemini. I'm sure you all are using the tools. And these tools are relevant in all these fields: data engineering, data analytics, data science, MLOps, etc. So it is not specific to any one field, it is something which is used across. So let me help you with one more thing. If I say senior prompt engineer salaries, senior prompt engineers are getting salaries of 20 to 35 lakhs, 40 to 60 lakhs, etc. Now, if I go to chatgpt.com and if I say I want to perform data analytics, act like a data, act like a data analyst and perform exploratory data analysis. If I start asking questions like this, do you think people will pay you 25 to 35 lakhs or 40 to 60 lakhs or even more? Do you think they'll pay you if you just ask questions like this? No. There are amazing prompt engineering techniques such as you can say, convert this rudimentary prompt into graph of thoughts prompt. Now, if I issue this prompt, act like a data analyst and perform exploratory data analysis, this will get converted into graph of thoughts prompt. So what is step one, right? And then it takes the role of a person and defines the objective, step one, then step two, then step three, node one, node two, node three. All the activities that have to be performed for data analytics is provided. All I need to do now is upload a data set. Okay, some data set, let me call it some data set. I want to randomly pick it up. Say cancer data. And if I just enter, it will perform entire data analytics, friends. So the jobs itself are changing drastically. And in the past, people were writing code, programming to all the to do all these things. Even before programming world, people were manually solving on paper and pen, using paper and pen. They were manually solving all these things by applying some formulae. Then there was this programming world where using programming, people started doing the tasks faster. They thought, okay, why should I take a pen and a paper and then solve it if I can do it on a computer by using a program, by using some programming language? That got enhanced further, and today people are able to do everything using generative AI. So this is a third wave that we are looking at. See, all the analytics is performed so quickly just by using English prompt. So if you can use efficient prompts, you'll be paid more salaries as a prompt engineer. Now, question is, if I learn only the generic things, will I get a job? Friends, for every job opening, hundreds of people are going to apply. Why should your resume be shortlisted? What is so different in your resume? And why should you be hired? What is so different about you? Here is where I'll give you one tip and trick. Please align yourself with one of these industries like life sciences, healthcare, financial analytics, marketing, sports analytics, defense analytics, whatever you feel is relevant, get aligned to it. Why am I saying that? I'm telling this because if you go to any company such as Infosys, for example, and if you apply for a job, not you alone, hundreds of people will apply for data analytics or data science or data engineering or Gen AI, agentic AI jobs. Hundreds of people will apply. Why should your resume be shortlisted first? What is different in your resume? Second, out of those hundreds of resumes, maybe they'll interview 5, 6, or 10 people max. When they interview, everybody says, I know all the topics. But if you say that on top of that, I am specialized in one of the industry, then be it TCS, Infosys, Wipro, HCL, Capgemini, Deloitte, Accenture, whatever be the company, they will be working for different customers from healthcare, from insurance, from mining to education, etc. And if you say that you're specialized in one of the industries, the chances of you getting a job will increase. So rather than being a generalist, specialists are preferred. I know things, but I'm also specialized. I have some deep expertise in one of the industries. That is what you have to say. Very, very important. Okay, next. Whether you want to apply for AI engineer roles or MLOps or data engineer or whatever, Gen AI and agentic AI is mandatory. You need to know those skills. There is no second thought. Okay. Do you know in which year data science AI was introduced in undergraduate and postgraduate programs in India and across the globe? Before COVID. Do you know in which year data science and AI was introduced in plus two or intermediate or high school? During COVID. Do you know in which standard data science, AI, Python programming, etc. is being introduced in schools in India and across? Third standard. So the kid going to third standard, that kid's age will be 7 or 8 or 9 years. So you're talking about 7 years old kid learning Python, learning machine learning and AI. So what we thought is if we are also going to teach you right from those topics, you will as well not get a job. You'll become irrelevant. Hence, what we have done is we introduced e-learning modules for such basic things which are taught to third class kid onwards. And for practitioners or people who did their graduation and who want a job, who want to get into this field, for them, we start right from basics, but we start from those topics which will help them get a job, like prompt engineering, context engineering, all of that, Gen AI, agentic AI. And meanwhile, this gentleman called Boris Cherny, who is creator and head of Claude Code from Anthropic, do you know what he's saying? Look at this. I think we are going to start to see the title software engineer go away. By the end of 2026, I feel that software engineer as a role will not exist. Who is saying that? Boris Johnson. And Zoho CEO, Zoho CRM CEO, Sridhar Vembu, do you know what he's telling? If you are a coder, if you like writing code, start considering alternative livelihoods. You're not fit to be in this world because you'll never get a job. And that role itself is getting evaporated. It will no longer exist. Coders, those people who feel that I like coding, no, look for some other alternative because you'll not be getting a job if you say that I'll sit and write code. Hence, again, the basics of Python, basics of installation, we are giving as e-learning. And these things like vibe coding, agentic coding, prompt engineering, context engineering, and all of that, right from basics, we will teach you. But both of these things have to happen in parallel. Learn some basics, that's okay, it'll help you. But then you also have to attend the topics which are needed to get a job. Get throughout. What is NVIDIA CEO Jensen saying? Jensen Huang. He's saying that he wants techies to stop coding. He's telling zero coding is the future. Zero coding is the future. You have to believe all these stalwarts. Microsoft CTO is saying that 95% of all the code will be written using Gen AI in the next 5 years. And a few other people are saying that no, 100% will be written using Gen AI in the next 1 to 2 years. And World Economic Forum is telling this. that out of focus skills will be programming skills. So those people who feel that they want to install Python and start writing coding right from basics, they will not get a job. No doubt about that. Focus on AI and big data. Focus on creative thinking. Focus on analytical thinking, systems thinking. Okay, next. As and how the duration of the trainings increase, the motivation level of the people also will start coming down. At the start of the training, everybody will be very interested. But if you keep extending that, their interest levels will drop. At the same time, if you keep taking trainings for 6 months, 8 months, 12 months, competition in the market will increase. And you might not even get a job again. So the sweet time is anywhere between 3 to 5 months. Yeah, your training duration, anywhere between 3 to 5 months is a sweet spot. Okay. Also, there have been a lot of students who got jobs after getting trained through 360. From, companies such as Google, Walmart, Amazon, to big four companies such as Ernst& Young, PwC, etc., to Deloitte, Alshaya, Emirates, overseas companies, etc., right? 850 plus people got jobs until now. The details are there on our YouTube channel as well, right? And by the way, a few people messaging me in private. I don't know whether I can send it to everyone or not. Oh, yeah, I can. So this is my profile. You might want to follow if you are interested. And I'll go on for another 5 minutes and then I'll open the forum for questions and then I'll hand it over to Sudha. Yeah, from our side. Sudha and Ganesh will be clarifying your doubts as well. So a lot of people say that, Bharani, if I want to apply for a job, they're asking for experience. But if they don't give a job, where will we get experience from? Sure, you're absolutely right. Okay, you're absolutely right. So we give you internship opportunities at AiSPRY. Don't you worry. Okay. Also, one good thing is the outdated curriculum, we removed that, and today we have new curriculum. Learning the theory, learning basics was the thing of past. Learning applied concepts, applied business data analytics, whatever you learn, you have to apply it to the practical world. You have to show to the interviewer that you have worked on real world projects and you have the capacity to work on real world projects. That's important, friends. That's called as CABA program. Then we have certificate in applied data science and AI with MLOps, with machine learning operations. That's called as CATS with MLOps. Then you have CADI, CADE, which is certificate in applied data engineering. Okay. And if you want to get a job, you need to learn applied data analytics, business analytics, data science, data engineering, etc. And no matter whether you choose CABA, certificate in applied business data analytics, or CATS, certificate in applied data science, AI, MLOps, or CADI, certificate in applied data engineering, doesn't matter which track you choose. We have and we are going to teach you what is the current market need: data engineering, data management, database, warehouse, lakehouse, prompt engineering, context engineering, Gen AI vibe coding, agentic AI, AI platform engineering, Gen AI for text, images, video, audio, Gen AI for Python, Gen AI for EDA, pre-processing, SQL, Excel, quantum computing for machine learning, and bunch of things. Okay. One more thing. which we have included off late, is Edge AI, deploying your solution on the device, right? That's called as Edge AI, which is very, very important element. We have included that also alongside everything else. Yeah. So these are the kind of skills which are expected in the market. And these are the kind of skills which you have to learn and we will teach. Then in data analytics, Python, projects, project management methodology, databases, SQL, NoSQL, business data analytics, business statistics, probability, EDA, pre-processing, Power BI, Tableau, all of that, machine learning basics, big data analytics using PySpark. How do you do data analytics on AWS, Azure, GCP? Bunch of things you learn. But the best part is Gen AI, agentic AI, vibe coding, agentic coding will be taught so that your life becomes so very easy to work on real world projects. Same is the case with data science as well. We will teach you large language models, MLOps, RAG, prompt engineering, diffusion models, LLMs, LangChain, Llama Index, agentic AI suite of products such as Crew AI, Pydantic, Microsoft's Autogen, all of that. And then data engineering will teach you Apache Spark, Kafka, Airflow, Docker, Kubernetes, data modeling, data engineering on AWS, Azure, GCP, Databricks, Snowflake, and the list would go on and on. Again, the key is Gen AI, agentic AI, vibe coding, agentic coding. If you know these, your tasks, your work will be faster. So welcome to the new world of certificate in applied programs where we teach you the real world practical applications alongside the basics and foundations which are given to you as e-learning. Langfuse, Model Context Protocol, A2A, N8N, Make.com, Replit, Lovable, Claude, Copilot, whatnot. And finally, after learning all of that, how do I ensure that my resume gets shortlisted for interviews, right? You can opt for State University of New York certificate or diploma certificate from the largest university in US, State University of New York. They'll give you additional learning modules on generative AI and gain that certificate. Yeah. And then there are two parts. Of course, there are a lot of people who keep asking us for job openings. Let me see if I can show you something. Yeah. So look at this. There are 20 AI developer openings, 20, not one, not two. Like that, we keep getting a lot of job openings and we'll keep publishing it on our job portal on 360 Digit MG. But you also have Naukri, Monster, Indeed, LinkedIn Jobs, many things. You keep applying. But if you feel at any given point of time that you're lacking confidence, you need more practical experience, then you can join us as an intern for 3 months. In 3 months, if you're going to do a good job, we will either convert you as a paid intern or we offer you a job. Or you can get placed through our partnered companies. Okay. So 6 months from the date of enrollment, you'll be having 6 months time. In 6 months, you have to get trained and work on projects and get started, start applying for jobs. And I keep telling this that if you want to learn swimming, just by reading books or watching videos, you cannot become a swimmer. Then what should you do? You have to get into the water and practice. On similar lines, when we teach you basics, very, very basics, taught to third class kids, and the skills which might become outdated in the industry, we give you as e-learning. But the skills which are needed for you to get a job and the skills which companies are asking for and the skills which will be in demand in the future, those skills we train you right from basics. Okay. Welcome to 360 Digit MG once again. Secrets will unwind and unbox in stages. Stay tuned for 100% no fail plan. And here are our contact details. You can always subscribe to our social media channels as well. Thank you so much for patiently listening to us. I completed part 2 as well. Now we will get into part 3. Good, good. Ravasam. Yeah. Okay, friends. So you can ask me questions at this juncture. I'll give you maybe 5 minutes or so to ask questions, and then I'll pass on the baton to our team who will guide you on scholarship program. What is this scholarship program all about? And you know, how will you get our learning management system access? And then uh, how can you access the videos for free? And then you can opt for your scholarship. And then you'll get some scholarship based on the score that you get. And I should also tell you one more thing. If we have Raj, are you there? Not sure. But Raj Shankar is not there. Okay, okay. From next time, I think he'll be there to share with you all our social media platforms, because we have two things. One is our social media platform where you get a lot of interesting news articles. I would request you all to subscribe. I put it on the chat window there. Okay. So, yeah, there are a few questions, right? Pranavi is saying which year pass outs are eligible? Any year. That is not a constraint, right? Even uh, people who are of 10th class are attending the session. We don't restrict anybody like that. Yeah. Typically, our programs, if you attend end to end, end to end, end to end, I mean, back to back, back to back, back to back, maybe in 3 months it'll be completed. But then you have to work on project also to get the practical exposure. But everybody is not going to have the same learning curve. A few people learn faster, a few people take more time. So I would say don't compete with the other people saying that I also will complete in 3 months. Learn properly. Only if you learn properly, you will get jobs. Okay. So if you feel that at any given point of time, I'm unable to learn properly, I'm not able to understand certain things, I need more time, so be it. You take a small break, you prepare all the topics which are taught to you perfectly, and then for the next batch, whenever the topic starts, you get started. We are going to teach you all the techniques which will help you get a job. Whether you'll study or not, we don't know. If you study, you'll get a job. If you don't study, you'll not get a job. It's as simple as that. And as such, we have our job portal where jobs are posted. You can apply for those jobs. But simple, friends, see, a few people don't even learn, don't put hard work. For them, we don't want to commit anything. Job guarantee. How can I commit job guarantee without knowing who you are, without knowing whether you're going to put in hard work or not, without knowing whether you'll study or not, without knowing your intelligence, without knowing whether you were a good student in your school and college or not? We can't give job guarantee. It's not like that. Our job is to teach you whatever skills industry and companies are expecting. That's it. If you study, you'll get a job. If you don't study, you'll not get a job. Simple, friends. Okay. So after the training is completed, you can opt for internship. But we'll test you only for 3 months. In 3 months, if you do a good job, we'll give you a paid internship or a full-time job. If you don't do a good job, we cannot. Shema, what is the level of... See, you should work on a project independently end to end. That's it. That's the point. Yeah, we have both, Sairaj, offline and online. Whether you are doing BTech, you're from BTech in mechanical or EC, etc., doesn't matter, friends. Today, the language which is used to do projects is English language. Just give the prompt, job done. Okay, that is a world that we are living in. You have to learn AI. You have to learn Gen AI, agentic AI if you want to remain relevant in the job. Simple. There's no other question. Yeah, Girish. Girish has a question. He has raised his hand. Should I unmute you? Okay. Yeah, Girish.
Hello, Mr. Bernie. It's a wonderful
Right.
presentation. Thank you so much. It
Thank
gave
you.
clarity of thought, and your clientele is very impressive and all.
Thank
So
you.
basically, I'm a Niftian. I'm a fashion designer with masters from NIFT in New Delhi. I have 21 years of experience, and I know how irrelevant I am becoming with the new kids coming out from NIFT. So I want to, get myself into AI. But
Yeah.
I just have a clarity that I want to get in, but I don't have a clarity of my path, like
Hmm.
how I should like pace myself. Should I become prompt engineer or data science engineer or anything else which comes out? Would you be able to help me out to create a path where I can focus myself, like, I learn this, and these are the things that will open up. So I'm just looking for that. So I'm hopping from institute to institute to institute. I landed up with Ganesh, and he sent me your recording. Then I wanted a live session with you so I can ask you this.
Yeah. So, Girish, there are multiple ways to look at it, right? To what level do you want to differentiate yourself from the other people?
Hmm.
If you truly want to differentiate yourself from the other people, you can predict what will be the next fashion design.
Hmm.
If that's what you're talking about, right?
No, no, no. It's not related to fashion. I
Hmm.
want to get into IT sector. See,
Ah,
because I know how far the fashion goes, and I'm quite experienced, and I have quite a good reputation in my industry. But still, I don't want to do that. I had hit saturation point a decade back. Now I have realized myself that I have to look for a new career path.
yeah.
So I want to get into IT. It could be Deloitte, it could be Infosys. I don't know wherever like your IT field is. How do I go about it? What should be
Yeah.
my career path?
So all these different IT companies have something called as consumer products, right?
Hmm.
And your profile fits into those kind of verticals. All these companies have different industries, right? Which they cater to. And in that, they might pretty well ask you questions such as, did you forecast on what will be the sales of a specific product for the next 6 months? When should there be an intervention to bring in a new design? And when will my sales drop so that I come up with the new wave or the next item which will be in demand? Can I extract the data from social media and websites to understand what is the next fashion which the Gen Z kids are looking for, or the elderly people are looking for, or the mid-age people are looking for? Can you make use of Gen AI tools to actually design new things, right? These are also AI projects within your industry. So your past experience, domain knowledge, plus the new age tools. Combination of that is what is going to help you. Yeah, hope I answered your question. Okay. What skills should I improve to become young? Yeah, you need to learn agentic AI, Gen AI, Shilpa Chaudhary. You have to learn context engineering. You have to learn platform engineering. You have to learn MLOps, all of those. Yeah, all of those. I mean. Then Madhu has a question. I have multiple PFs and also I did dual employment. So can I... That doesn't matter, Madhu. How does that matter? Right? Your skills matter. Data analytics is also very good, right? But all these skills are being applied there also. in data analytics, and a lot of things are getting automated. Don't worry. If you worked already in semiconductor, putting the machine learning models inside semiconductors is called as edge AI, Shilpa. So that past experience of yours will be valid. Friends, today we are telling everybody, don't waste your time in traffic. I want classroom based training. I will come all the way. I'll waste 1 hour to attend the training. I'll attend for 2 hours. Then I'll go back 1 hour. Those 2 hours, can you not sit at home and study? Are you that free? Are you okay if your job gets extended by another 1 year then? Think. There's so much of traffic. Why do you want to waste your time in travel? Sit down. Every minute is important, friends. You'll not have that amount of luxury to waste time. So please attend online only, save time, study well, invest that time also, travel time also in your studies. A medical background wants to switch my career. Yeah, I've shown you Garba, right? Amruta, it's Garba is part of what? Healthcare. Why not? Absolutely, you can get into that. No, coding is not needed for agentic AI, Pranav. Prompt engineering is needed, vibe coding is needed, agentic coding is needed, and that is exactly what we'll teach. If you want experience, if companies are asking experience, what did I say? Complete your training, join us as an intern. 3 months. Prove yourself. We'll give you paid internship for a while so that you get that experience and start applying. English. You need to have English and you need to have analytical capability to learn prompt engineering. Okay. All right. Thank you so much, friends. I'll pass on now